Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, where we are on the second part of a little tiny mini series within the series of how to make a drip cake in the entirety. So today's one is how to fill and crumb coat a cake. I thought I would separate out all of these videos just in case you only particularly want to watch one bit. So this is filling and crumb coating a 6-inch sponge. That is quite random as to why it's a 6-inch sponge. It's just what I had, it's what I've made. I'll put a recipe below just in case you want to make it. But this video is just designed to show you how I do it myself, because every now and again I get questions about this, like how do you do this bit, how do you do this bit, and I just thought I would make all of these tips and tricks videos to make it as easy for you guys as possible. And today we're going to basically fill a chocolate cake with some chocolate buttercream. We're going to crumb coat it. It's going to have a Biscoff center. Going to make it as useful for you guys as possible, and honestly it's also going to be a delicious cake at the end. So I hope you like this video on how to fill and crumb coat a cake. So here I have a lovely thick chocolate buttercream frosting. I have some Biscoff spread that's already been slightly melted just because it makes it easier to spread. I have some of my buttercream in a piping bag as well. I will explain each bit as I go. I have some tools such as some small angled spatulas, a scraper, I have my sponges, and I have a board I'm going to put my cake on. It all sounds quite overly complicated, especially the fact that I also have, I forgot what these are called, a turning table. It's one of them days of filmings, guys, I'm so sorry. But anyway, here is what I use. Some of these things aren't necessarily needed, it's just how I do it. And I always want to preface that because other people's methods will be slightly different, but this is just the board I'm going to use. You can use a cake board. You want a flatter surface, you can use any size sponge. Theoretically, the method is going to be the same all the way along, but I just thought I'd show you personally how I make and fill the crumb coat and, you know, of any sort of cake, no matter the frosting, flavors, all of that. The theory will be the same. So when it comes to doing anything like this, I've always prepped everything before I start because I find it much easier. So I have all of my cakes that have been split. They're a little bit wonky, I will admit, but that doesn't bother me at all. And then I have my buttercream, everything ready to go. And the first step you always want to do in anything like this is to make sure you stick the cake down. Because if you start doing this and you're pushing the cake around, the cake might fly off. It's happened. You don't want to do that. So I always use a little bit of buttercream just on my spatula and just sort of press it down, and then you can stick your first sponge to the base of your board like this. And then I just place my first cake nice and firmly in the middle of the board. So when it comes to filling the cake, I always just blob on some buttercream like so, and then get an angled spatula and just spread it over the sponge. Because we're going to be coating the cake as well, it doesn't matter if you go slightly over the edge, because, you know, it's going to sort of help create the cover of the cake later on. But you just want a thin-ish layer, and you can spread it over until smooth, like so. Then I grab the buttercream in the piping bag and I just pipe basically a dam around the side of the cake, because then I can fill it with the spread and it's not going to run everywhere. And then I put some of my Biscoff spread into the middle like so, and just spread this over. And as you can see, it's not going to run over the sides of the cake, which is important. And then basically you just want to keep repeating this until you reach the top layer of your cake. So now that I've done all of my layers, as you can see, it does look quite messy, but trust the process. With any baking sort of thing, that's always what I have to say to myself and anyone else as well. But basically, it doesn't matter to me that the buttercream is sort of outside the edges like this, because it's just going to help with the crumb coat. And if you don't know what a crumb coat is, basically, as you can see on my board, there's little bits of crumbs that come off of a cake. Chilling the sponges does help, so does freezing the sponges temporarily, because it helps seal in the crumbs. But basically, if you want to get a lovely outside of ganache, buttercream, whatever you want, doing a crumb coat helps prevent the transference of the crumbs into the outside decoration. So that is what this is for. So what I'm going to do with the rest of my buttercream is basically pipe a small amount all the way around the edge and on top, smooth it round, and then you're going to set the cake in the fridge, and that is what a crumb coat is. It's going to stop that from happening in the next stage of the decoration. I'm just using the leftover of the piping bag to pipe some all the way around the edge, just to get like an even balance all the way around the edge of the cake. And then basically I'm just going to help smooth some of the frosting over with a little angled spatula like so. Again, it does look messy. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry too much at this stage. This is where I'm going to add a sort of a scraper to this, and it has a really sharp corner to help get the best edge, but you're basically going to smooth the cake round. As you move it, you're going to move the scraper, and that's going to seal the crumb coat. And as you go around, you might need to top up some areas of buttercream, but that's absolutely fine. Luckily, this stage doesn't have to be perfect because it's only the crumb coat. So I'm just making sure there's no huge gaps, smoothing off the top, anything like that. And then we can set it in the fridge. So that is how I fill and crumb coat a cake. And as you can see, it's not entirely perfect, but it doesn't have to be because this is just the crumb coat. Obviously, you can leave the cake like this. There's nothing wrong with it. It still looks amazing and it's going to taste absolutely delicious, but it's the perfect little 6-inch chocolate cake. So like I've said, the recipe for the cake, if you want it, will be in the description box. So the buttercream, how much spread I used for the filling, all of that sort of stuff, all the useful tools I have used. But make sure you come back next week for the video on how to cover this cake in the whipped ganache from last week. It's all the series, you get it. So that is how I fill and crumb coat my cakes. Happy baking.